Today on Caliber 50 Customs. Hello everybody, welcome back to the range. Today we're doing a 1958 Chevrolet LCP hauler truck. You know, I saw this thing at a flea market and unfortunately I did not like how it looked. And I didn't like the price, but it wasn't that bad of a price. You know, I knew it had to be saved. The only thing wrong with this thing that I seen, other than typical paint chips and stuff here and there, it was missing its front bumper. You know, it was dirty as can be, and, you know, I had to do something about it. So, why don't we go ahead and we'll get this thing field stripped, and we'll get it going. So, let's do it. And you know, this was a fun casting. It really was. It didn't take very long to do it. You know, it was pretty easy. You know, pretty much just a basic restoration build. You know, I don't do many restoration builds. And, you know, I know this probably ain't the same kind of color pattern they would have back in the 1950s that I ended up using. But I thought it would go well. It looks good. And I was very happy with the end results. You know, I had a lot of screws, and on the back of this trailer, it had a bent screw. So it was kind of difficult getting the last screw out on the trailer. And the good thing is, from all my other M2 builds and stuff like that, I ended up having a bunch of screws to use. So I wasn't hurting on extras. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take the entire frame, the bed of it, I'm taking it apart, you know, and I'm going to just wash it. I'm going to take it and put some soapy water and just scrub it, you know, make it come out clean. And it did. It came out really clean. So I was really happy with how it came out. You know, here I'm putting on the fifth wheel, you know, after I got done cleaning it, so it wasn't that big of a problem. You know, I ended up taking my chrome pen over the fifth wheel later on in the video, but you don't see it because it's not recorded. I didn't get a chance to record that. But, you know, this was one of my first restorations. And, you know, it needed it. It really did. That white color did not suit this kind of truck. You know, the colors I actually used were General Motors colors. So, and, you know, one of the colors was a pewter, which was actually the same color as my real-life 2001 Chevy Silverado 2500 truck. And I've always been fond of the pewter color. I'm a big Chevy fan because most of my videos have to do with Chevys. But, you know, this one, it just, I don't know, it just kind of hit me and I was like, man, I got to save that from this flea market. And when I got up there, you know, it didn't have a price tag on the trailer, but I knew just by looking at it that it was a set. You know, the trailer came with this truck, and that's what I told them. I was like, you know, this is together, and they're looking at me, they're like, how do you know? I'm like, really? I'm like, it's the same color, for one, it's got a fifth wheel, I'm like, this trailer goes with this truck, so, you know, I don't care what you think, you know, that's the thing is, it goes with this truck. And I wasn't going to leave there without the trailer, but, you know, they didn't give me too much of a hassle. You know, I had to fix up the rear axles on the truck part, because the axles were bent. So I had to kind of rebend them back in shape and get that kind of to where it was rolling right. And it was really easy. It didn't really take that long to do. You know, right now I'm putting all the stuff that was on the trailer back on the trailer, because it's all nice and clean. It's in good shape. You know, I didn't really paint the base of the trailer because it really didn't need it. It was really clean. If it would have been chipped or something, I probably would have painted it. You know, I just pulled the casting out of this gun oil. You know, doing my normal thing with my steel wool. And the paint, I'm using new paint. No, it's not airbrush paint. But it's a new... I got it from different places. I got some from Hobby Lobby and O'Reilly's. I got some actual like metal automotive paint that I wanted to give a try. You know, just to see if it would work. And my goodness, did it work. And it worked good. It dried quickly. The clear coat went on remarkably easy, and I was very happy with the end results. You know, here's the red I was using. I don't remember the exact red, but if I find out, I'll let y'all know. But you know, I'm taping off the ramp portion of the top as you know, because I didn't want the ramp the same color as the actual sides of the trailer or anything like that. You know, plus it kind of had to look like metal, I guess. But it was, like I said, this I don't really have a lot custom in this video, except for like the mirrors. Like I ended up doing like some mirrors because there were some holes in the front end. Like, it used to be like some mirrors or something there. And so what I did was I just took some head pins and just kind of stuck them in from inside and bent them, and you know, as you see here, you know, and glued them in. And what I did was I just took a couple pieces of styrene and trimmed them to size and just kind of glued them on. And, you know, kind of gave it that wide, the extended mirror look, and that's what I like. It ended up turning out really nice on here, and you know, it was something I wanted to do just to see what it would look like, and I'm glad I did it because it actually looks like the mirrors belong on there, I believe. You know, you might think otherwise, but I'm sticking with what I say. But no, I ended up primering it, then I went and did the pewter color, and you know, after I did the pewter, I was kind of, at first I wasn't gonna go the route I was gonna go with the paint. At first I was just gonna you know, paint the pewter, mark off part of it.
And down the hallway here we have another...
If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for further notifications. You know, the color turned out, and I loved how the pewter looks. It had that metallic color in it, so you know, I really like the metallic colors. I try to find more metallic colors around where I'm at, but they're kind of limited. I know if I get me an airbrush kit and stuff like that, which will be, you know, my investment for next month, because this month's investment was a laptop, so I can go ahead and, you know, start doing better videos, get me a better, you know, intro video, better detailing. And you know, I want to say thank you to Paul over Diecast Graveyard about sending me a link about a program he uses to do his videos. And I have ordered the videos, or ordered the program, I just have to wait till I get my internet up and going to download it onto my laptop. So Paul, thank you, and I appreciate, your advice for this. And, don't worry. I hope you enjoy your package once it gets to you, because, I've been kind of waiting. Keith from Outlaw Speed Shop got his, Mike Gordon from Mike's Mods and Custom, and Cole from Cole's Custom Diecast all received their packages so far that I know of. And I'm really enjoying the fact that they love what I put in there for them. And trust me, I'm not gonna be just giving it out just to certain people. I'm gonna order more items for when I do the goodie bags. So, you never know. You might be the next person to receive one. And here I am actually taping off the pewter of where I'm gonna be wanting it. And I was really stunned by the color. And I just got done with paint. It dried for a while, so I wasn't really worried about it peeling off or anything. And the good thing is none of the pewter peeled off. It didn't come off, and I was really happy with that turnout. And it was one of these castings that it needed a restoration. I didn't like the white. It needed a cleanup, and I'm glad I had the means to do it. Because, the lady, wow, I spent over $120 at 2 flea markets. And the lady was like, why are you getting so many Hot Wheels? And I told her what I do. I was like, I customize them. If they need restored, I'll fix them up, make them look better. Throw some different wheels on, or something in that lines of customizing. And she was like, well, wow, I've been putting out the customizing Hot Wheels and this 164 customizing community out to people as I go places. And I've already had a few people checking out. I give them my channel for an example, and I told her, I was like, there's a lot more people than just me that do this kind of thing. I was like, I'm subscribed to a lot of builders on their channels, and I was like, it's kind of where I started from. I was watching Diecast Graveyard, Outlaw Speed Shop, Danny's Diecast Disasters, and all those guys. Those are the ones I started watching, and I was like, man, I really want to do that. So I started investing on the material I needed, and I noticed, though, the better materials I have, the better I've been getting. This paint turned out better than what the paint I was using, so I'm going to start trying to get this kind of paint. I might use a little bit of other paint every now and then, but this one really, it just gave it that shine that this truck needed. That dull white was not doing it for this vehicle. And you see the mirrors there, and what I end up doing is I take a metallic silver that I have is a hand paint, and I just kind of took a light coat and just kind of brushed over the mirrors with it, and you'll see that here in a few minutes. I wanted to make sure that when I peeled this tape off, none of the pewter came off, which none did, so I was really excited and really happy about that. And, until I turned the audio off on my camera video, you could hear me saying, oh, I'm very happy, this is beautiful, I'm glad it turned out. But, it was just, I don't know. But I was really, really stoked about the colors. They went together beautifully. And I couldn't even imagine, I couldn't agree that my color choices were better. The 2 colors I had for this truck was phenomenal idea. I'm glad I did it. It looked really good. Everything went the way it should have. Even with the clear coat, everything with the clear coat went how. I ended up taking you know, my chrome pin going over the new bumper I put, because I took it off of a C60 that I had that I'm not using, and put it on there, because they're basically the same style truck, they're just different years and stuff. I ended up taking the chrome pin and going over the fuel tanks on the truck, went over the grill, and you know, it just needed all that. It just needed to be, you know, restored. And you know, it's one of my favorite builds, I'd have to say. It was a short build, it was an easy build, and you know, I hope y'all enjoy it as much as I did. You know, it just kind of clicked with me, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna knock this out, make it look pretty. I got a couple big cases I'm gonna probably put it in temporarily, and just go from there. But there's a lot of stuff I did off camera, like sometimes with the mirrors I did off camera, you know. But y'all remember what we started out with, and y'all see what I'm talking about on the white and how dirty it was and everything. You know, I could not wait to get this sucker right down to the range to redo it. But without further ado, let's check out the final result. See ya next time at the range.